Affordable housing in the city of LA is not being overseen adequately. We did an audit of Los Angeles Housing Department, or LAHD's, affordable housing oversight. We found that they're struggling to oversee affordable housing, including struggling to adequately enforce standards of habitability, affordability, and financial health. Our office believes that affordable housing needs more investment, stronger enforcement, and better oversight to improve living conditions for people living in affordable housing. Here are the audit's main findings. LAHD is not doing enough to protect vulnerable tenants in affordable housing. Examples include a lack of meaningful enforcement of income limit and rent limit requirements, failure to cite mold and infestation issues, failure to actively monitor the financial health of affordable housing projects, and siloed and reactive oversight processes. LAHD is also not fully complying with federal regulations for habitability oversight and financial oversight. Let's look at a few examples. Our audit found that 33% of the properties with affordable housing units did not comply with LAHD's requirements in 2023. We can further break this down. 13% who were non-compliant weren't compliant with rent or income limit requirements, and 20% who were not compliant with submitting sufficient information to LAHD. We identified a number of affordable housing projects in financial distress. Surprisingly, LAHD was not actually aware that some of these housing projects were having financial problems. One of these projects has not been profitable since it began operating as an affordable housing project in 2016. We also determined that it's highly likely that LAHD's loan portfolio includes many additional projects who may be financially troubled and that LAHD is simply not aware of. We found that one affordable housing project has been operating at a deficit since 2021. That same project was also the subject of nearly 36 code complaints. So bad financial health was also a red flag for bad living conditions. In that same affordable housing project, our auditors encountered a stairwell with trash and feces strewn about. In fact, while our auditors were meeting with property management staff there was an entry incident at an unsecured emergency exit of the building. The staff of that housing project had to leave the meeting to go deal with that matter. Despite all this, that particular project wasn't even on LAHD's internal watch list for at-risk housing projects. There was one property that our auditors found had been charging higher rents than is allowed since at least 2019. For some units, the rents are actually 30% higher than allowed. In 2023, the same property also had several units where the tenant's income was higher than allowed, including one instance where the income limit was exceeded by over 60%. Our auditors found evidence of roach infestations that LAHD should be able to enforce with the issuance of citations, but does not. While yes, mold and infestation issues are in the jurisdiction of the county as opposed to that of the city, it's also true that federal regulations require the city to enforce mold and infestation violations in federally funded housing projects. The audit recommends that LAHD works with the city and the county to authorize LAHD to cite mold and infestation violations. The city of Los Angeles only has about 47,000 affordable housing units, which is about 1/10 of what it needs to serve our community. Of the households in the city, over 40% are lower income renters. So it's extremely important that every one of the city's affordable housing units actually serves affordable housing's purpose to assist lower income households.